Prepping. It's a word that sparks a lot of different images. Maybe you think of doomsday bunkers, survivalists, or even stockpiles of supplies meant for the apocalypse. But here's the truth. Prepping is so much more than that. It's not about paranoia, it's about empowerment. And it offers benefits that most people never even consider. You don't have to be preparing for the end of the world to reap the rewards of prepping. In fact, even the smallest steps toward preparedness can transform your daily life. From saving you money to reducing stress, improving your health, and even strengthening your relationships, prepping has unexpected advantages that go far beyond emergencies. So if you've ever felt unsure about where to start, or maybe even wondered if prepping is for you, this video is your perfect first step. We'll walk through how prepping isn't just about preparing for the worst, it's about creating a better, safer, and more secure everyday life. Stick around, because by the end, you'll see how a prepping mindset can empower you, save you money, and give you peace of mind, no matter what life throws your way. Save money without even trying. Let's talk about one of the biggest misconceptions about prepping, that it's expensive. Many people think you need to drop thousands of dollars on gear, gadgets, and supplies. But the truth is, prepping doesn't just help you during emergencies, it actually saves you money in the long run. And here's the kicker. You don't even have to try that hard to start seeing the savings. Let's start with the most obvious way. Prepping saves money, bulk buying and planning ahead. When you stock up on non-perishable items like rice, beans, pasta, and canned goods, you're taking advantage of today's prices to avoid paying tomorrow's inflation. Think about it. If you've been to the grocery store recently, you've seen the trend. Prices on everyday items like eggs, bread, and milk are climbing steadily. But when you prep, you're essentially locking in today's prices. For example, buying a 25-pound bag of rice at a warehouse store costs far less per pound than buying smaller bags week after week. And that's just one staple. Multiply those savings across your entire grocery list, and the numbers start to add up fast. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but I don't have hundreds of dollars to spend on bulk groceries all at once. And that's okay. You don't have to. Prepping is all about small, consistent actions that build up over time. Let's say you're at the store and canned beans are on sale for 75 cents instead of the usual $1. Instead of grabbing 1 or 2 cans, you buy 10. That's only $7.50, and you've just saved $2.50 compared to what you would have spent later. Repeat this strategy every week or two, and before you know it, you'll have a well-stocked pantry without ever feeling like you're overspending. Another way prepping saves money is by reducing waste. Think about how much food the average household throws away each week. According to studies, the typical American family wastes over $1,500 worth of food every year. That's like throwing away an entire month's worth of groceries. Preppers minimize this waste by storing food properly and using what they have before it goes bad. For example, if you have a surplus of fresh produce, you can freeze, can, or dehydrate it to extend its shelf life. That bag of carrots you thought would go bad in a week, slice them up, freeze them, and they're ready for soups and stews months down the line. Prepping also saves money by protecting you from last-minute panic-driven purchases. Emergencies don't announce themselves, and when disaster strikes, people tend to overspend out of fear. Remember those news stories of empty shelves during storms or power outages? People were paying double, or more, for essentials like bottled water, batteries, and canned food because they didn't prepare ahead of time. Prepping eliminates the need for these rushed, expensive purchases. Instead of scrambling to buy overpriced supplies, you'll already have everything you need at home. That's not just savings, it's peace of mind. And let's not forget the long-term savings from investing in reusable, sustainable tools. Preppers often prioritize items that serve multiple purposes and last a long time. Take a water filtration system, for example. It might cost $50 or $100 up front, but it replaces the need to constantly buy bottled water, saving you hundreds over time. Or consider a solar-powered generator. It's an investment, sure, but it pays for itself the first time you use it during a power outage and avoid the cost of spoiled groceries or a hotel stay. The real secret to saving money as a prepper? You're always ahead of the game. Instead of reacting to emergencies or market changes, you're prepared for them. When inflation hits and prices rise, you're not worried because you already have a stocked pantry. When supply chains break down, you're not stressed because you have everything your family needs. And when unexpected expenses pop up, you're not scrambling to cover costs because you've built a financial buffer by planning ahead. So if you're worried about the cost of prepping, think about it this way. Every dollar you invest today is a dollar saved tomorrow. And the best part, Prepping isn't just about saving money, it's about creating stability, security, and peace of mind for you and your family. Once you start, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. Reduce stress and be ready for anything. Let's face it, life is unpredictable. Emergencies don't come with a warning. It could be a snowstorm that knocks out power for days, a sudden hike in gas prices, or even an unexpected illness that keeps you from running errands. These situations can create a lot of stress, especially if you're not prepared. But when you adopt a prepping mindset, you're no longer reacting to life's curveballs. You're ready for them. The biggest hidden benefit of prepping is peace of mind. Imagine this: a massive storm is on its way and everyone in your neighborhood is rushing to the grocery store. Shelves are emptying out, people are panicking, and prices are climbing higher by the minute. Meanwhile, you're at home, calm and collected because you've already got everything you need. Your pantry is stocked with food, you've got extra batteries and flashlights, and your water supply is ready to go. That sense of security is priceless. Prepping doesn't just protect you in emergencies, it reduces stress in everyday life too. Let's say you've had a long week at work and the last thing you want to do is grocery shop. No problem, you've already got a well-stocked pantry. You can easily throw together a meal with canned goods, pasta, or frozen veggies. Or maybe your car won't start and you can't make it to the store. Again, prepping has you covered. Having a supply of essentials on hand means you're always ready, no matter what life throws your way. Another hidden benefit of prepping is that it makes you more resourceful and self-reliant. When you start prepping, you naturally develop problem-solving skills. You begin to think ahead, plan better, and find creative solutions to challenges. For example, if you run out of bread during a storm, you can use your stored flour to bake your own. If the power goes out, you know how to safely store perishable foods or cook with alternative methods like a camping stove. These skills not only save you money, they give you confidence and control in situations that might otherwise feel overwhelming. And let's not overlook how prepping eliminates the need for those last-minute stressful errands. Think about the anxiety that comes with scrambling to the store during a storm warning, only to find that the shelves are already bare. Or the frustration of realizing you forgot to pick up an essential item when you're in the middle of cooking dinner. Prepping prevents these scenarios altogether. By planning ahead, you ensure that your household always has what it needs, whether it's food, water, or basic supplies like medicine and toiletries. Prepping also gives you a safety net for unexpected disruptions. Imagine you lose your job or face an unexpected medical bill. If you've built up a stockpile of essentials, you'll have one less thing to worry about during tough times. You won't need to choose between buying groceries and paying the electric bill because your pantry is already full. That's a level of financial and emotional security that's hard to put a price on. Another hidden stress reducer: prepping helps you stay organized. When you're preparing for emergencies, you naturally create systems that make your life easier. You might start keeping an inventory of your pantry so you know exactly what you have and what you need. Or maybe you develop a rotation system, using the oldest items first to avoid waste. These habits spill over into other areas of your life, helping you stay on top of things and feel more in control. And here's the thing: prepping isn't just about you. When you're prepared, you're also reducing stress for your family. Kids pick up on your energy. If you're panicking during an emergency, they'll feel it too. But if you're calm and prepared, they'll feel safe and secure, even in the midst of a crisis. Prepping becomes a way to not only protect your family physically, but also emotionally. Finally, let's talk about how prepping fosters a sense of empowerment. Knowing you're ready for anything gives you confidence that spills into every aspect of your life. It's not just about having extra cans of food or a flashlight, it's about knowing that no matter what happens, you can handle it. That sense of readiness reduces anxiety and helps you approach challenges with a clear mind. So, whether it's a winter storm, a power outage, or just a busy week, prepping isn't just a safety net, it's a stress reliever. It allows you to face life's uncertainties with calm and confidence, turning potential chaos into manageable challenges. And that peace of mind, it's worth every effort. When people think about prepping, they often focus on food, water, and supplies. But one of the most important, and often overlooked benefits of prepping is how it protects your health, both physically and mentally. Prepping isn't just about surviving emergencies, it's about thriving through them and making choices that keep your family safe and healthy every single day. Let's start with the basics: nutrition. When you're prepping, you naturally shift your focus to foods that are shelf-stable, versatile, and nutritious. Staples like beans, rice, oats, canned vegetables, and dried fruits are not only long-lasting but also packed with essential nutrients. These foods become the foundation of a healthy emergency pantry, and the bonus is that they're just as valuable in your day-to-day life. Instead of relying on quick processed meals that can be expensive and unhealthy, prepping helps you create a stockpile of ingredients that are cost-effective and good for you. Prepping also encourages you to cook more meals from scratch. Let's say you've stored flour, sugar, and oil as part of your stockpile. That's everything you need to make bread, pancakes, or even homemade snacks. This approach not only saves money, but also gives you full control over what your family is eating. You're avoiding additives and preservatives commonly found in store-bought items, and you're making meals that are both healthier and more satisfying. In an emergency, health becomes even more critical. Prepping ensures that you'll have access to the resources you need to stay strong and healthy when it matters most. For example, if a storm knocks out power and grocery stores can't restock, your stockpile of non-perishable, nutrient-dense foods ensures that your family will still have balanced meals. Similarly, if clean water becomes a concern, like during a natural disaster or infrastructure failure, having water filtration systems or purification tablets on hand can prevent illness and keep your family hydrated and safe. But prepping goes beyond food. It also includes creating a stockpile of medical supplies and essentials. Having a well-equipped first aid kit is crucial, not just for emergencies like cuts, burns, or sprains, but also for everyday situations. Preppers often include over-the-counter medications like pain relievers, allergy meds, and cold remedies in their kits. And for those with chronic health conditions, prepping ensures you have extra supplies of necessary medications or medical equipment. This foresight can be life-saving in a crisis where pharmacies might be closed or supply chains disrupted. Another hidden benefit of prepping is how it supports mental health. Let's face it, emergencies are stressful. The uncertainty of not knowing where your next meal will come from, how you'll stay warm, or whether you'll have clean drinking water can take a massive toll on your well-being. But when you're prepared, that stress melts away. You're not worrying about how you'll handle a crisis because you've already taken steps to be ready. This peace of mind is invaluable and can help you and your family remain calm and focused during even the most challenging situations. And let's not overlook the role of health and hygiene in prepping. In a crisis, small issues like a cut or a lack of proper hygiene supplies can quickly escalate into bigger problems. That's why preppers stock up on essentials like soap, hand sanitizer, wet wipes, and even portable toilets or sanitation solutions. These items might seem small, but they're crucial for preventing illness and maintaining a sense of normalcy when everyday conveniences aren't available. Prepping also helps you develop skills that benefit your health. For example, many preppers learn how to preserve food through methods like canning, dehydrating, or freezing. Not only does this extend the shelf life of fresh produce, but it also ensures you have access to healthy, home-prepared meals no matter what's happening outside. Other skills like gardening help you grow your own fresh vegetables and herbs, providing a steady supply of nutrients while reducing your dependence on grocery stores. Finally, prepping is a proactive way to address the emotional health of your family. In an emergency, kids and even adults can feel scared and uncertain, but when you've prepared ahead of time, you're creating a sense of security and stability that helps everyone feel safe. Whether it's having favorite snacks stored away for comfort, maintaining routines with stored supplies, or simply knowing that you're ready for anything, prepping is about more than just physical survival. It's about emotional resilience too. In the end, prepping isn't just about stockpiling supplies. It's about investing in your family's overall health and well-being. From ensuring access to clean water and balanced meals to staying calm under pressure and protecting your mental health, prepping gives you the tools to thrive no matter what challenges come your way, and that's a benefit that extends far beyond emergencies. When people think about prepping, they often imagine a solitary activity, someone working alone, stacking canned goods in a basement, or learning survival skills in isolation. But the truth is, prepping can actually bring people closer together. It's not just about gathering supplies, it's about fostering teamwork, building trust, and creating stronger connections with your family and community. Let's start with the family dynamic. Prepping is an opportunity to work together toward shared goals. Imagine sitting down as a family to create an emergency plan. Maybe you decide who's responsible for grabbing the first aid kit, who'll check the food supply, or where you'll meet in case of evacuation. This process isn't just practical, it's empowering. Everyone feels involved and important, which strengthens your bond. And when you're working together to stock a pantry, organize supplies, or even learn skills like gardening or canning, you're not just preparing for a crisis, You're creating memories and teaching life lessons. Prepping also encourages communication. Families who prepare together tend to talk more openly about their needs, fears, and plans for the future. For example, discussing what foods to stockpile can lead to conversations about health, favorite meals, or even budgeting. These small discussions help families understand each other better and build trust. Kids, in particular, feel more secure when they know their parents are prepared and have a plan. They're less likely to feel scared or anxious during emergencies because they've been included in the preparation process. Beyond the home, prepping connects you to your community in surprising ways. When you start prepping, you'll often find yourself sharing tips, resources, and ideas with friends, neighbors, or online groups. This can lead to the formation of local prepping networks or even mutual aid agreements. For example, a neighbor might have extra firewood while you have a surplus of bottled water. By working together, you're creating a support system that strengthens everyone involved. And in a crisis, these relationships are invaluable. Imagine being able to rely on a neighbor to help charge your phone with their solar generator or share a ride to safety. Prepping also builds a sense of responsibility toward others. Many preppers find themselves thinking not just about their own family, but also about how they can help their community during tough times. For example, some families prepare extra food or supplies specifically to share with neighbors in need. This generosity creates goodwill and strengthens the bonds that hold communities together. Even outside of emergencies, the skills you learn while prepping can lead to new social connections. Joining a gardening club, attending a canning workshop, or participating in first aid training classes are all great ways to meet like-minded people. These activities not only enhance your prepping skills, but also help you build a network of people you can rely on in a pinch. Prepping, at its core, is about creating resilience, not just for individuals, but for families and communities. When you work together to prepare for the unexpected, you're building a stronger foundation of trust, teamwork, and mutual support. And those relationships? They're just as important as any stockpile of supplies. One of the most unexpected benefits of prepping is how it encourages a more sustainable, eco-friendly lifestyle. While the initial focus of prepping might be on building a stockpile for emergencies, the habits and skills you develop naturally lead to a lifestyle that minimizes waste, conserves resources, and reduces your environmental impact. Let's start with waste reduction. Preppers are masters of using what they have and finding ways to repurpose items. For example, instead of constantly buying bottled water, many preppers invest in reusable water storage containers or filtration systems. This not only saves money but also eliminates the waste created by disposable plastic bottles. Similarly, preppers often focus on durable, long-lasting items like rechargeable batteries, solar-powered devices, and high-quality tools that replace single-use or disposable alternatives. Food waste is another area where prepping makes a huge difference. Preppers focus on using every part of their food and preserving anything they can't consume right away. Techniques like canning, dehydrating, and freezing extend the shelf life of fresh produce, preventing it from going to waste. For example, if you grow a garden and harvest more tomatoes than you can eat, you can turn them into canned sauces or dried snacks. These practices not only reduce waste but also create a steady supply of homemade, nutritious food for your family. Speaking of gardening, prepping encourages self-sufficiency, and that's one of the most sustainable habits you can adopt. Growing your own fruits, vegetables, and herbs not only cuts down on grocery bills, but also reduces the carbon footprint associated with transporting food from farms to stores. Plus, gardening teaches valuable skills and creates a connection to the environment. Whether you have a large backyard or just a few pots on a balcony, growing your own food is a rewarding way to prepare for emergencies while living more sustainably. Another hidden benefit of prepping is how it encourages energy efficiency. Many preppers invest in tools like solar panels, solar-powered generators, and energy-efficient appliances. These items are not just for emergencies, they also lower your utility bills and reduce your reliance on traditional energy sources. For example, a solar-powered generator can keep your home running during a power outage, but it can also charge devices or power small appliances on sunny days, reducing your overall electricity usage. Prepping also promotes a shift in mindset. When you start preparing for the unexpected, you naturally become more mindful of how you use resources. You start thinking about how to make things last longer, how to repair rather than replace, and how to find creative solutions to everyday problems. For instance, preppers often learn how to sew, mend clothes, or repurpose old materials into something useful. These skills not only save money but also reduce waste. But the sustainability of prepping isn't just about the environment, it's about financial sustainability too. By focusing on efficiency and long-term planning, prepping creates stability for your family. You're spending less on disposable items, wasting less food, and investing in tools and skills that have lasting value. Over time, these habits create a lifestyle that's not only better for the planet, but also easier on your wallet. Finally, prepping teaches you to appreciate what you have. When you're prepared for emergencies, you learn to be grateful for the simple things: clean water, a warm home, a stocked pantry. This perspective shift encourages a more thoughtful, intentional way of living that values quality over quantity and sustainability over excess. In the end, prepping is about more than just being ready for the next crisis. It's about building a lifestyle that's resourceful, resilient, and in harmony with the world around you. By adopting these habits, you're not just preparing for the future, you're creating a better, more sustainable present for yourself and your family. Prepping isn't just about stockpiling supplies or planning for worst-case scenarios. It's a mindset, a lifestyle, and an investment in your future. It saves you money, reduces stress, protects your health, strengthens your relationships, and helps you live more sustainably. So, whether you're new to prepping or looking to take it to the next level, start small. Buy a few extra cans of food, learn a new skill, or organize your pantry. Every little step makes a big difference. And as you go, you'll discover that prepping isn't just practical, it's empowering. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share your own prepping tips in the comments. Together, we can build a community of beginners and seasoned preppers alike, ready to face anything life throws our way. Stay safe, stay prepared, and we'll see you in the next video.